My name is Grace and welcome back to Gravecraft. I don't know what that little dance was. So a couple months ago I took a commission to make Arendir's breastplate from the Amazon Prime series, The Rings of Power. That's a lot of words. I just really loved the design, like the Green Man-esque elements with the face, the leaves, and the wood texture. So I'm super excited to get started. So I'm gonna stop talking and
let's go.
For this project, I did download a pattern from Foamory Cosplay. The client that I'm making it for does not live in my state, and I was unable to get a real-life pattern from his torso. I am tracing it onto SKS Props HD foam, cutting it out, and as always, gluing it together with large contact cement. Next, I patterned out the leaf shoulder pad. I don't know why I went this hard with it. It was definitely a waste of time. And then I scanned it and uploaded it into Adobe Illustrator and traced out each individual leaf. Then I used my pattern and traced out each leaf onto 2mm craft foam. And I'm actually going to be using black warbler for this project. It is a thermoplastics, and when heated up it becomes malleable. I knew that I would need a bit of rigidity for the leaves on the shoulders and also on the breastplate. I did the same process on the remaining leaves, traced the pattern onto 2mm craft foam, cut it all out, and covered them in black warbler. Do remember to save your warbler scraps because they can be used for later projects. Here I'm just using a clay sculpting tool and some warbler scraps to add some detail to each leaf. At this point, I was so done with the leaves, and I just really wanted to move over to the next project. I could have dropped a really sweet leaf pun right there. I don't have the mental capacity to come up with one right now, so we're just gonna move over to the sculpting. Yes, monster clay does look just like chocolate ice cream, but believe me, there it is, it does not taste like chocolate ice cream. Don't ask me how I know that. I am just laying down the face, making sure I'm happy with the symmetry, and then I start adding more clay to really build up the face and the facial structure. After I filmed all of this, I continued on, and I woke up the next morning and I really did not like the way that it turned out, so I completely resculpted the face and I did not film it. Sometimes in the creating process, it's important to step away and come back with fresh eyes, and sometimes, unfortunately, that does mean that you have to recreate something all over again from scratch. I am much happier with the second outcome, so I guess it was worth it. For the texturing and weathering, I'm just using a clay sculpting tool, and then I melted some clay, dipped in this paintbrush, and just painted it on his face. After we make our cardboard mold box, I am using Smooth On Omo 25 mold goo for the mold. I don't know. I am not fancy, and I do not have a degassing chamber, so we're just using the tapping and heat gun method to get rid of all the bubbles. Then we just use a 2-part resin and pour it into the mold. Wow, that looks really bad, but it's in the back, no one will see. I used 6mm craft foam and dremeled it down to make the little abdominal muscles. Then I covered it in black Worbla and added a little belly button. I heated up each leaf so I could give them some shapes and dimension, and I attached them all using barge contact cement. For the areas that are closer to the arms, I decided to use craft foam leaves instead of the Worbla leaves. I thought it would just be a little bit more comfortable in an area that would see a little bit more flexing and moving. I then tried to get really good footage of me giving it this wood texture that I was really happy about, but instead the camera felt like focusing on my hair instead. I also got eaten alive by mosquitoes. Next up is my favorite part. I am using Quickseal Plus and this little wire brush, and you basically just like toothpaste Quickseal onto your finger and just smear it on with a very light touch. And for the harder to reach areas, you can use a palette knife. After priming it and painting it a base of this weird gray, yellow, tan color, I am going to be going in with a dark gray wash. And all you do is pour it on, brush it in, and wipe it away with a sock. Of course, socks are the best. I don't know why. We give it a dry brushing of a very light tan color. We go in with a black wash and some black oil paints to really give it some good battle damage and wear and tear. It's done, and it's beautiful. I am so proud of this piece. But before we take a look at the finished project, I just wanted to say thank you so much for following and supporting me. I really appreciate it. I am so excited to continue this journey and just sharing more videos for you guys. If you wouldn't mind doing the YouTube-y things of liking, commenting, or subscribing, or all of them, or whatever, I would really appreciate it, and I would absolutely love you for eternity. That might be a little bit scary. All right. Let's take a look at the finished Deer breastplate.